Mr. D here checking in from Math Muscle. Just wanted to do some trigonometry, excuse me, an actual authentic paper 2 question from May 2014, time zone 1. Excuse me. The population of a deer in an enclosed game reserve is modeled by the function, and it's a sine function. T is given in months, and it's important to note that when t equals 1, that corresponds to January 2014. Part A asks, find the number of deer in the reserve on May 1st. And then there's a couple other questions. So the first thing we need to note is that we're dealing with trigonometry. And whenever we're dealing with trigonometry, we need to make sure we're in the proper mode. So it's important to note that we need to be in radian mode in our graphing display calculator. Some students inadvertently have it in degrees. You need to make sure that when you start paper 2, you check your mode in addition to making sure your catalogs are on, etc. for statistical references, and your diagnostics on from the catalog menu. At any rate, here we are with trig, so we have to be in radian mode. The number of deer in the reserve. Well, if January 1st, t equals 1, let's create a little table where we have month across the top, the t value that corresponds to each month. That way we reduce the risk of making an error, just counting months. And then from there, it's just a matter of substitution into that particular function. And again, I noted here as a courtesy to you to remember to be in radian mode. And then the graphing display calculator should really take it from there, and 3 significant figures would be fabulous. So 969 would work, deer, on May 1st. Find the rate of change of the deer population. So rate of change, that should be a cue for you to recognize that that means derivative, because that's what differential calculus prides itself on, is if you're given a function, you're able to find its rate of change really rapidly using derivative rules. And then we want to substitute t equals 5 again. So let's do the derivative first. The derivative of sine is cosine. But then you have to remember that we have the chain rule, as I pointed out. The derivative of the inside is 0.5, and the derivative of 2.6 is 0. And then there was a constant at the end, 990, and by virtue of it being a constant, the rate of change is 0. Then let's interpret that particular answer after we substitute in the value of 5 that corresponds to May 1st, letting your graphic display calculator do the work. So it put in a shift there for you, and it came up with 104.5 deer per minute. The question is, interpret the answer with reference to the deer population size. The deer population on May 1st is 969, but increasing at a rate of 104.5 deer per month. So there you have it. Hope that helps. If you have any questions or comments, please include them down below. Thank you.